All right, the altcoin market on weekly chart update. So we have our 618 here, which was our bounce in our bear market March 2022. We just closed our highest weekly candle since that area, right? Look at that. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, right now, look at how we wicked down right to this previous swing low and the EMA 8. Those are good support levels. So we got a good discount on alts there, and now we're back up again. If we do that again, right, that could certainly happen, but I'll show you something on the monthly that the reason that may not happen, or if it does, like, it could mean something different. So that's 9%. That's not too bad, right? 9% down further from alts from here. Not too bad. We could see that certainly after your highest weekly close. You're likely to, just like we did back in early March, right? Really high move, highest weekly close there, volatility the following week. Again, back in February, really nice, powerful move. Next week opened up, volatility back to the downside, then closed back higher. So we could absolutely do something like that again. So like 820 billion for the altcoin market is our 618. If we close above that, then our next target's way the hell up here. We're knocking on the door of $1 trillion. So we're about 10% away from that level. Our bear market highs. If we do that, if we close above there, another 25%, from current prices as of today, it gets us all the way to our 786, and then after that, knocking on all-time high doors of altcoin market wide. So obviously we think that's going to fall. So if we are in a parabolic rally, and we're going to end here in the next handful of months, which again, I'm not in that boat, but I know there's still a lot of big accounts that believe that. I don't think we're there. And if we are, right, we can't have any downside. Like, there's no downside here. Like, it's very rare to have a hesitation, a blip, right? Most everything is green here and lots of rapid upwards movement. So looking at the monthly chart, it becomes even more clear of that. And if we're going to keep testing these lows, it becomes increasingly unlikely that we're in a blow off stage. And why do I say that? Well, look at the monthly chart here. Right? So it looks like we're maybe in early stages, right? You see how we start to just move up, get a hesitation candle, another close outside the Bollinger Bands, close outside the Bollinger Bands. So say we're like here, right? That looks pretty good, right? A move up, hesitation, move up, hesitation, close outside, close outside. Look at the lower candles. There's almost no lower wick. So basically you're just opening the month and going up. Opening the month and going up. Very rare do you get any kind of hesitation. If we did, it'd be like we opened here, went up, and then sell off again, and then sell off, right? It's not like this happened first. This does not happen first. It's like monthly close, new month open, and boom. New month open, and boom, up. New month open, and boom, up. Right? Up. There's no down in monthly candles. If we are going to peak in, this summer, we can't go down more than like we are now. Like it's got to be up. And not only that, but we'd have to be, look how strong these candles are. We're looking at 70%, 50%, 70%, 40%, 50%, 25%. 30%. I could still do that, right? We don't have to match those because we have more money here now. But we definitely need to be seeing another 20, 30% candle this month, or thinking we're going to blow off here in the next couple of months into July. Like a lot of major accounts, I think, are going to have to eat their words here in the next handful of months. Like we don't go down. This will be it at most. Like not even a few percent more. No. Right, that's not how these candles work. If it's a blow-off rally, you have no lower shadow, right? Not there. So, again, if I was in the we're going to peak in July mode, if we're in that boat, your narrative's fading even like day over day here if we're not moving up, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So now on the other hand, if we wake up tomorrow and we are, 800 billion, then maybe we still have that open, right? Or especially, if we end up, this is our bottom around here and here, and we end up closing, let's say, April at 945 or at the 786, then that narrative still is well alive and increasingly likely. See, we have two sides there. So we're still, I'm not in that boat, but when would I start to join that boat or thinking about where's this next seat at? If we close April anywhere around 950 billion. Okay, then we will likely be in a blow off move. If we close April, until we close April, right, we have 29 days. In 29 days from now, if we're at 950 billion, we should all start getting nervous that the end is near, right? Other than that, anything lower than that, even if we're like 800, 850, like no, like monthly blow off candles should be really strong, like this, like we just had, right? We're still there, right? February is strong, March is strong. If April is anything less than 900 billion, very unlikely that we're having any kind of blow-off move. And if they're not having a blow-off move, the cycle is going to be longer than most anticipate, especially those that are in summer 2024, end of Bitcoin, right? Okay. Having said that, right, super strong March close, right? Almost no upper shadow, very little even lower shadow. That's a strong bullish real full body candle, about as strong as you want, right? That's it, right? Look at March of 2021. Look at March of 2024. Very strong candles. Usually breeds more strong candles, right? This is so far not what we did, right? This is you can look at any monthly candle here. There's almost no lower wick. We're already forming a pretty decent sized wick. We can't go any lower. So our low so far this month, as long as it has been in April, 738, right? We really can't go any lower. We've got to be like up only for the rest of April. We've already put in our lower wick. If we're in the narrative that we're going to end in the next 3 months, okay? Which I don't think that's happening. But we have our what to watch for if that is going to happen. If that is going to happen, we must close April around 950 billion. There's no other way around it. No way. All right. What else we got? How's our indicators looking? Full tilt. We got momentum, right? Our Ferrari's on the Nürburgring with no laws. We have the momentum down. We are floored to the wall. RSI still high and strong. MFI high and strong. Fisher running parallel, still great. Everything shows that we could still continue higher. And the ADX is probably the most evident of that, right? The only thing I would say is it's not as strong of a trend as it seems to be, right? 18, right? We need that around 25, a little bit higher, but it's getting there. Maybe by June, right? Certainly if we close at 950 billion for altcoins, I would say that we might actually get there. Bulls are in charge, green on top. And, this is what we've looked at this is, I would say, evidence that we're not in a blow off, right? I mean, 2021, look how strong we already were. The trend was double as strong as it is now, right? May of 2021, April, look how strong that was. November 2021, we were at 82. Okay, that was the end. You could even argue April. Okay, you want to say May 2021 was the at least short-term end, right? The ADX on altcoins was at 50. We're at 18. It just doesn't add up, right? Those things don't add up for a blow off top in the next handful of months. This likely means to me that we're looking at maybe summer of 2025, maybe, right? I'd give it 15 months. If you want to say we're going to peak in July of 2025, right? I could buy that, right? You could see a world where that makes sense with these ebbs and flows, right? Look at the line, right? Up, down, maybe we just put in a lower high. And where would that lower high be? I mean, look at this. I mean, these are this is a monthly moving line, a moving average. This is not going to just, change directions, right? You're not going to move the Maersk ship in, 15 minutes, right? It takes a while to turn around. And we've just started this move up. So maybe we peak here, but look at the date, right? It's summer of 2025, right? It doesn't mean that it's the exact peak, but I mean, look at the peak here, right? November, December of 2021. Just makes sense to me based on, the macro scales, right? Looking at this, like, what are the people that think we're going to peak in the next handful of months? Like, do they even know about this, right? Show it to them. The monthly ADX does not back up your theory of blowing off here in the next handful of months. So side tangent on that. And also look at the indicators, right? We're high, but I mean, damn, MFI is only like right here. That's November 2020. We could have a year left, right? November 2020, the MFI is the same level it is now. So is the RSI. It's all right here. It's all right here. A year from the almost exact same levels. Think about that. Look at that. November 2020, we had a year left until the actual top. April 2024, maybe we have a year left until the actual top. April 2025. I could even buy that. Early 2025, okay. Late 2024 even, I could get it, but not early to mid 2024. That's, it's a golf throwaway. I don't know where that is. A baseball throwaway, a bowling ball throwaway. That's real short. Well, hopefully this is a little bit eye-opening for you, right? The indicators on the altcoin market are exactly where they were a year before the actual top.